You know, I mean, the fact of the matter is that this gaming profession is $90 billion. It's being marketed to our kids. There's not just one console. There's the iPhone, the iPad, the computer, the Xbox. So they're allowed to be on all this gaming all the time. And it really is consuming them.
You know, people don't realize, and I forget what the factor is, but if you look at how many billions of dollars are spent on movie tickets and compare that to how many billions of dollars are spent on gaming, it's hugely different. I mean, movies are a fraction of what kids today are spending on gaming.
Now that we know that the World Health Organization has said there is this diagnosis of a mental health disorder, it's kind of alert, alert, alert. To me as a parent, for sure, with two boys who are 9 and 10 years old. And I think really for all parents to just be very aware of what we're up against. Not to say there isn't some positive benefits.
And the game changed when they started adding the social component, right?
Yes.
Because now they're not just by themselves, they're interacting with other people, and there are predators that get on those video games and they get to these kids in that way. So that's one of the dangers of the social component.
Absolutely, and then you hear the language, the door should always be open. It should not be closed.
The chat site Omegle is now popular as kids are using it to connect with other social media sites like TikTok. But while they see it as innocent fun, predators see it as an opportunity, and tonight, with the help of a detective, we show you just how fast a teen can fall under the influence of an online adult predator. This is a detective from the Western Missouri Cybercrimes Task Force. We've concealed his identity because of his undercover work. He's online in an Omegle video chat looking for predators and warning kids.
Who's on here?
Hello, how you doing today?
Hi. Hey, that sounds like my teacher!
How old are you?
Why?
I'm just interested.
Oh, guess my age, guess my age.
Let me guess, you're 16.
Yeah.
I was right? What are you doing on Omegle right now?
I don't know.
Omegle has been around for a while, nearly 10 years in fact, but only recently became a popular way for kids to meet strangers.
You just like chatting with people?
No, this is my second time.
It's your second time? I live in Missouri. What area do you live in?
I live in Arkansas.
Well, listen, my name is Detective Childers, and I'm on here trying to... You're not in... Listen, you're not in trouble. I want you to know how dangerous this website is. And she left. They don't want to hear it. Right there, you just saw a 16-year-old talking, chatting with people. And she told me without knowing who I was, how old she was, and what state she lived in. I guarantee you, with a little bit more talking, easily could have got a lot more information from her.
Steve Howell with the Johnson County District Attorney's Office has prosecuted several predators who have used the Omegle site to exploit children.
So it was within the last 2 years that we've seen this app being used by minors and being misused by minors.
And he's worried it will become even more dangerous because of the pandemic.
What scares you most about this app?
Just the scary thing that we see is our kids are now doing everything virtually. The words that are behind the application, come meet strangers, like it's no big deal. When you're talking about minors and you're talking about enticing them to meet strangers, again, to have that social interaction they're starving for.
The Western Missouri Cybercrimes Task Force, where our undercover detective is from, is also focused on Omegle.
In this task force, we do undercover chats where we talk to people who are looking to exploit children.
The online chat allows kids to meet strangers. The site says you have to be 18 to sign up, but there's no way of checking. One click on a yes button is all that stands in their way.
You can easily find somebody from anywhere in the world that a lot of times they're performing sexual acts or they are nude.
The number of tips compiled by the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children has exploded in recent years. In 2010, there were more than 213,000 tips involving child pornography. In 2017, the number of tips was more than 10 million.
The number of cases that are happening, it's an avalanche. I mean, we just feel like we're dishing the ocean out with a spoon.
People are actively posting child pornography on one of my undercover computers downstairs. There's a little girl on that site, you can tell she's self-producing. I mean, she's holding the cell phone out, she's nude, She's maybe 10, 11 years old, and we're seeing this live on this site. Why is she taking pictures of herself? Where are her parents?
You know, parents should be cognizant of what their children are doing on the internet and on their smartphones just across the board.
And FBI Special Agent in Charge Calvin Shivers says it goes beyond monitoring.
Parents should also make sure that there's a good avenue for their children to communicate. And if they had that conversation, that the children know that they can come to them. To your point, a lot of the victims don't feel that they can talk to their parents, and that causes them to be re-victimized over and over again.